Yo, yo. We out here. What up, SFA? How you doing? Welcome in. How's my sound? I got the microphone on, but I don't have the little transmitter to plug into the bottom of my phone. Left that at home. Let me know in the chat if anybody notices any difference. If it sounds good, let me know. Feedback. I appreciate feedback, y'all. We out here at the beach. Look at everybody here. SFA #1, T the Great said, hey, Anthony, my time. Family, the Ohana, right, family? Right, fam? Mr. Anthony, my time. This is my experience. My time. This is source my time. This is my experience. Welcome in. SFA Muzaffar per like #1. Let's go. Strength, patience, love. Simple family lifestyle says, let's go. T the Great says, it's still daylight. It is. It is. It's only 5 o'clock somewhere in Maui, Hawaii. 7 million folks up in here, 4 million thumbs up. Let's match those numbers up, y'all. A couple more likes and we'll have the same amount as we have people in here. That would be cool. Let's see it. Gotta see it. T the Great in the Dream Life Collective. SFA said, namaste, namaste. Anthony, my time. Hey, he says, hey, everyone. Welcome in, Anthony. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Been a minute, as they say. As they say. Who's they? I don't know, but it's been a minute, my brother. How are you doing? I bet you're rocket starring over there with your YouTube channel and all your other content, channels, socials, all the things. I bet you're really taking off. Give me an update and I'll have to come through, check you out. I haven't been by in a little bit, Mr. Anthony. Good to see you, good to see you. Come on up on the source panel. We got to get an update, y'all. You know, anytime you'd like, come on up and love to give you the stage. T the Great, JLBima in the building. JLB's birthday later in the month, y'all. Let's wish happy birthday month to JLBima. SFA said, good evening, brother. Welcome in, welcome in. Strength, patience, love. So we hear you. Okay, good. I mean, it might be better if I had the actual transmitter, but either way, I'm glad. 17 million in the building, 5 million thumbs ups. Let's match up those thumbs ups, y'all. I want to see more thumbs ups. I wish y'all could thumb me up more than once. That would be cool, but you get one thumb. You only get one thumb in this world. You got 10, wait, you don't have 10 thumbs. You got 2 thumbs, but only one can go towards the source, unfortunately. That's unfortunate, very unfortunate. I almost thought you had 10 thumbs. That would be very interesting if you had 10 thumbs. Would that mean you have no fingers and you just got 10 thumbs? That'd be kind of weird. Or, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Use your imagination, I guess. JLBima, SFA, Strength, Patience, Love. Field Guy, hey, welcome in, Field Guy 316. New connection, Field Guy 316. Thanks for coming through. Field Guy says, greetings, finally caught one of these. Cool. Yeah, but I was checking out your content. Let me get you a blue jacket, Field Guy. It's a blue jacket, standard moderator. It's a memorable connection, Field Guy. But I can't remember exactly what that memorable detail was, but I know we're locked in and I appreciate you and thanks for coming through today. We'll keep building. Strength, patience, love says blessed day, everyone. Strength, patience, love says prayers for Deb. Yes, prayers for Deb. She's still in the hospital, actually. She said she's waiting on insurance to come through with the setup for the rehab so that she can move on over there. So I guess insurance gotta like lock in so they can make sure it's getting paid for so that they can transfer her over there, make sure everything gets paid for. So that's the world she's in, but sounds like it should happen any day now. It was supposed to happen this morning, but hey, any day now. So she's doing good though. I mean, it ain't perfect. Well, it's always perfect in God. In God we trust. But you know, she's had quite a challenge, but she is grateful in gratitude and in faith and taking it one day at a time and just doing what she needs to do to get better. And I think one of the biggest things is just is just maturity. It's just like, it's human. It's a human process, a human experience. Getting old per se, and doing it with as much grace as possible. And she's doing it. She's doing it. A lot of times the ego can get in the way. Just setting up things. Not how many of us actually thought about what it would be like as we grow older. You just kind of like move into those years, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I'm older. Wait a second, I'm setting up things that I saw my parents or my grandparents have in their places. There's support systems that are out there. There's all sorts of government support and different agencies. There's healthcare, there's insurance, there's all sorts of help. And Deb's really good at researching and gathering that help. She's not afraid to just meet that challenge in the moment. And she does her research, and she is a pro at setting up systems of support. And maybe she should have a channel, because it would help a lot of people, just to see how you can age in grace and how all the support systems are out there. If you just do the research, and if you're just humble, you just kind of drop the ego. I remember when I had the ego, I wasn't willing to go get food stamps. I wasn't willing to get the EBT card. But then an angel comes along and walks me right into those offices and sets me up. And then another angel walked me right back in there when I let it go and helped me set it up again. So a lot of times our ego gets in the way, but there is support out there. There are systems. It is divine. If we do the research, if we're open, if we're humble, if we drop the ego for a little bit and just receive the support, the gifts that are available to us, doesn't always have to happen our way. Like we always know what's right, Little old me always knows what's right. I'm gonna do it the hard way. I'm gonna just grind and grind and grind. But then there's those out there that know how to just surrender into it. And of course, they were probably grinding their butts off before it happened, Deb, to the point where you can't grind anymore. The point where God is like, all right, put you on your ass, or all right, put you on your back, or, you're not going to stop? Okay, I'll make you stop. And then all of a sudden, you're just looking around in a hospital bed. I've been there. I was there. I got hit by a car. I was laid up for, 4 days? Had my 2 surgeries. Got my jaw wired shut. And my leg became put back together with metal rods. But it was divine. I wasn't going to choose that path. I was definitely not going to go into any hospital at that point. But when I woke up there, like the Wizard of Oz, laying in that bed, looking around saying, oh, you're here? Oh my God, and you're here? And you're here? Looking around at like family and friends showing up for you, and then being cared for by nurses and doctors and all the different people doing the scans and the blood work and all those. Just good people trying to make a living, trying to live in a world that's darn expensive, and got to make ends meet, got to work a job, got to get a career to be able to afford a better life. So they chose the doctor path, the nurse path, the medical scans path, all the things, blood work, whatever, you name it. Just regular people just trying to make a living, doing the best they can. So that's what happened to me. I was hit by a car. I was in a hospital bed 4 days or so. Had my 2 surgeries. My family showed up there. My social media blew up on Facebook with a lot of love and a lot of support, a lot of prayers all around the world. I just surrendered into it and was present for that experience. I slept. I did the rehab. I got up on my feet. I walked around, did the crutches, did the walker, all those things. Got out of there. Did my physical therapy for a whole month. Drank my soups and my smoothies and my jellos and all those things. And got back out there into the driver's seat like a big dummy. But it wasn't too much longer that God said, okay, this doesn't serve you anymore, this business. We're gonna let that go. Showed me a way. I didn't have a choice. So I let it all go. And I walked away. And not too much longer after that, I found myself out on the west coast of America. And not too much longer after that, I found myself on the shores of Maui, Hawaii. Met Deb in Ojai, California. She joined us over here. We grinded our butts off over in our property management at our old place. And now we are settled into a nice spot, 2-bedroom in Maui. And she's just working her butt off to get back to it. So that's what rehab's gonna look like. We're just gonna keep going. I don't know if y'all saw that short. I said, hey, I'm gonna do this viral short thing. Can you send me a video of you dancing? And she's like, I'll get it done. I'll do it. So it might be difficult, but I'll do it. I can barely get up and walk, but I'll do it. So she got up and she danced, and the nurses helped her by filming it, and her roommate was there, and they were egging her on and joking with her, having fun. Look, doggies, doggies. And she sent me that clip of that dancing in the hospital there, and I went ahead and went home and did my singing in the shower, which you know I was made for this, and put it together as a nice little viral clip short for this trend, this viral trend. Oh, look at the doggies. Look at the doggies. Look at the doggies, y'all. Doggies. Oh, they're like twins. They're doing like synchronized swimming, y'all. Look at the synchronized swimming going on, y'all. Aw. That's sweet. That's sweet. So yeah, I put up that viral short. It's just getting started. It's got like close to 2,000 views. It had like 500, 600, 700 views within an hour or more. Oh, thank you, Mr. Black, times hundo streaks, gazillion, mazillion, times 6, awesome, sauceum. Your ears are clear, Mr. Black, all clear. Times 11, Mr. Black has no earwax in his ears. It's my official position over there at Poetic Tears Community. Times 18, Mr. Black's on fire. I'm the Mr. Black earwax remover. Make sure they're clear. He's got times 23. He's on fire. He's on a streak, y'all. Mr. Black, the block is hot. The block is hot. Ha, ha. The block is hot. The block is hot. Ha, ha. The 30 times 30 hundos. He's still on fire. He's still going. The block is hot. The block is hot. Ha, ha. The block is hot. The block is hot. Ha, ha. Going for 50. One hundos, family. 50 hundos, Mr. Black. The earwax is... I'm selling the earwax on eBay. $100 per pint. Wait, not per pint, per ounce. $100 per ounce, y'all. Mr. Black's earwax. It's on eBay. Check it out. The source. Yeah, you thought I was just gonna. I'm getting rich off this, you know. I'm just playing. All right, where was I even at in this chat? I'm probably so behind. I lost it. Family, love, Anthony My Time, SFA, strength, patience, love, T the Great. Awesome, Gel Beema, Field Guy in the building. Mark Crow is here. Yes, namaste everybody. Whose channel is this? Is here saluting. SFA said beautiful view. Red's Room TV. Y'all gotta do that short. Y'all gotta do that. Dancing in the shower, singing. Wait, I did it wrong. Dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower, dancing in the mirror. Singing in the shower. It's fun. It's really fun. And like people are getting millions of views on it. So you just got to start somewhere. One of my favorites is the one where the firemen are doing that together. Like it's really funny, really funny. Firemen in Canada or whatnot, they're doing the viral short together. They do a lot of these viral shorts. And then, of course, all the couples that do it together, the mirror in the shower. Always the dude is always in the shower acting a fool, and the chick is always in front of the mirror dancing like a dancer does, having fun. It's always the dudes like Source acting like a fool, you know, getting crazy. 460 joules. I don't even know how that happened. I wasn't even looking at the screen, y'all. I apologize. Thanks for all them joules, y'all. I bet y'all were on some streaks and I missed the streaks. I'll have to watch it on the replay. But yeah, and then sometimes it's like a parent and child doing the dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower, and this is really awesome too. That bond between a parent and a child. I love when parents are able to like drop down to the child's level, which really means like step up to the child's level, because the child is like divine God, like pure, like just wants to have fun and be in love, and the parents got to drop the ego and be humble and just like have fun, you know, let loose, get wild, like, you know, drop that ego, you know. I'm encouraging, I'm inviting all of you to do this. Like, if anything, Source makes a fool of himself, just so at least one of you gets a little wild, a little crazy, has a little bit more fun, you know, drops the ego. Just at least one of them, one of y'all, you know, is a major success, and sends ripples through the world and through creation. So, but yeah, and then sometimes it's like siblings doing the thing, doing the trend together. Sometimes it's like pets. It's like your pet dog, like in the shower, dancing in front of the mirror. The dog's dancing, and then the dog is like singing in the shower, like "Ow!" and like really cute. And then sometimes it's like autistic, like diva energy. Like you got like Down syndrome. Okay, Down syndrome. A couple times I've seen Down syndrome. Like these are already viral YouTubers. Like the couple I'm thinking of right now, they've done this trend. If you go and look, you click on down the bottom right corner on my short, the shower trend short, on right corner, click on that square, and it'll take you to all the different people that are viral, millions of views on this viral trend. And then watch some of them, and you'll see everything I'm talking about. And the diva, Down syndrome divas I'm speaking of, one young woman, it's like a fitness channel. The older sister, I imagine, and then the younger sister has the Down syndrome or whatnot. They're viral siblings. They're so awesome together. They got millions of, you know, subscribers. And then the other one is a brother combination. Look like a younger brother maybe, with Down syndrome, and then an older brother, and they do content together. I forget their name. Valentine Brothers, I think. And the other one is like Anya is the name of the girl, Anya, Anya, and then her older sister, and it's like a fitness channel. I don't remember the name of the channel, but you'll see it if you go with those viral shorts and you click on that down the corner there and watch some of them. You'll know, you'll get in the vibe, and you'll want to do this trend too. It's very doable and it's fun. We can all get millions of views on these shorts. SFA, Red's Room TV, SFA, Strength, Patience, Love, Simple's here. Simple, I opened up my Dove chocolate yesterday and it said something about embrace the little things or something, or simple. I think the little things, but then I think it makes me think of you with like embrace the simple things. You know, your little tagline behind your aquarium and all that. So embrace the little things, the simple things. Shout out. SFA, Red's Room TV said, caught you live. You caught me. Hey, welcome in. ROH, row 77724 said his story. Yep, hit God's story. I was just listening to some of those songs on K-Love Radio during my delivery shift here in Maui. And I was thinking I'm going to make some of those God shorts, like his story, God's story is one of the ones I'm going to do, where you put that music on in the background and then maybe put like a collage of your life in order, so it kind of shows God's story through your life and you know, the magic and the miracles and all that. I think those are really impactful, to do those God shorts. And there's a bunch of God, you know, it's Christian music, but you know, I love it. I love it. To me, it's your own spiritual path. Doesn't matter what the path is. And to me, the Christ is in me, you know. I don't know what y'all believe, but my heart has been open and activated for a long time, at least reactivated. around the time of my being hit by a car and all that, but it was even before that, my own spiritual experience, transformation, my own meeting with my heart and convening with my heart, and whatever you want to call that, that energy, that being, that angelic, godly force that is in us when we open our hearts back up and we activate, connect to all that is, to life and source and creator, creation, and open up that heart again, like the way it was when we were born into the world, when we were young and free and wild and had fun and we were creative and all the things. Back to that pure nature and that joy state. That's, to me, that's that, whether you call it Jesus or not. Like, yeah, my family, if and when they see my content and they see me, praising Jesus or any sort of thing like that, even if it's just singing a song where it's like a joyful song, they won't understand. They won't understand. And even everybody that knew me growing up, they just knew I was that Jewish kid, like that Jewish young man growing up, and I was destined to marry Jewish, and I was destined to, I don't know, who knows? Who really knows when you're growing up, when you're a kid, and you just get a lot of programming, and then you're like going with it. You're just like being guided on a path, and whose life is it that you're living, And at some point, the cracks begin to take root in your narrative, in your life, in your story, and those cracks, it just doesn't hold water. Eventually, when it's time, when you really start to like choose for yourself life and what it is you wish to do and be and who it is you wish to be. Luciana was talking about all this today too. So she was talking about like, what do you want? Like, what do you want in life? Like really focus on it. Like you can choose again. You don't have to, there's never an end to like living your life. Like, choose it. Just choose to live your life. And what is it that you want to do? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be with? A lot of us are choosing each other in this journey, this YouTube journey. We're all finding each other and we're choosing each other. And where? I don't know. I mean, there's traveling opportunities in the future for so many of us. And then there's also homestead opportunities. There's so many different types of things we could do when we travel. And then there's so much we could do just on the land and living with our own homestead and growing food and being self-sufficient and just sharing those solutions and how we do that. Like Tracy's Local Learning, shout out to you. Ms. Do It Yourself, shout out. Dr. Ninja Turtle, shout out to the financial tips, Shout out to everybody who's just sharing their medicine in their own way. Just from their lens, from their experience, their wisdoms, their life. Just saying, hey, this is what's worked for me, try it, It doesn't have to work for you, but hey, keep your options open and just pay attention, and, there's different things that'll show up and people that'll show up that might offer some insight to, you can just be open, and you might find some things that stick, and you might be able to create with that, with all that. 11 million up in the building, 31 million thumbs ups. Red Room TV, ROH 77724. Ghost Writers, Paranormal Portal in the building, welcome in. Strength, Patience, Love. Granny Southern Corner, welcome back again. Granny Southern Corner, let me add you as a standard moderator. Appreciate you coming through. Field Guy, Strength, Patience, Love. We remember each other, Field Guy, we do. It's just, to me, it takes a little bit sometimes. And I got a lot of people on here, so, we just got to be patient with each other, We really do. Amia Arts. Welcome in, Amia Arts. Amia in the building. Strength, Patience, Love. Jerry G in the building. Jerry G says, hello, everyone. I'm so behind in the chat. Huge Tubes. Huge Tubes is here. Welcome in, Huge Tubes. Says, how old is old? Well, and I know it, old, it just doesn't sound right, old. It's not what I mean, how old is old. Like when we were kids, I think for me, old was like, I don't know, 40s, 50s when I was a kid. I thought that was old. But nowadays, I think nowadays, it's not even, it's not even 50s, 60s is becoming, I'm in my 40s. So I'm considering 40s, 50s, 60s, like that's the heart of life. 40s, 50s, 60s. 70s, you might be tipping the scales a little bit, but if you could keep living life, 70s can be a part of that meat of your life, that like biggest time of your life. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. How about 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s? How about that's the whole window of like the living your dream life? Like, yeah, 20s, of course, everybody's trying to live their dream life in their 20s. On whose dime though, parents' dimes, grandparents' dimes. How can you, you inherited money or something, other than that, you're probably working already in your 20s. If you don't have all that, you might be in college if you do, and that can be fun, but then that's really not sustainable. Like that's just, temporary per se. How, you don't live in college and party in dorms and frat parties and keg parties, and you don't do all that. It's not your whole life. I mean, it can be if that's what you're choosing. As you grow older and such, you can dial some of that in if you want. It's up to you, but that's can't always be the healthiest thing either. If you're, getting drunk every day or high every day, like. So there's some choices to make for sure. Jerry G, strength, patience, love, huge tubes. Jesse Journals and Unboxes in the building. Field guy. Yeah, who dat? That's right, a couple Saints fans up in here. Y'all excited for the upcoming season, NFL football season? SFA. Football fans, there's like only one season. It's like, well, 2 seasons technically. Well, 1 season. There's football season, and then there's, crap, no football for a while. So that's not even really a season. That's just like, life sucks. When does football start again? Welcome in Cheeseman67. Cheeseman67 in the building. Says, what for 1.1B La Taco? What for 1.1B La Taco? I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. Field guy says, I use the word vintage, not old. There you go, vintage. Or fine wine. Or a particular age. Like Candy K all day says, I am a woman of a I don't know if she exactly how she says it, but the general idea is I am a woman of a particular age. Something like that. You don't quote me on that one. I like it. And then over there you got sexagenarian Alexis Milner. She says, well, that's what she says. She is a sexagenarian. I guess that means she's in her 60s, I think. So, I mean, that's a fun way to look at it and say it. A sexagenarian. Sexy Lexi. SFA, strength, patience, love, top charts. Jerry G, Red's Room TV says, nice view as always. Jesse Journals and Unboxes. Stay grinding, says Red. That's right. We got our grinding years. We definitely got our grinding years. To me, it's like when you put passion to purpose and put foot on the pedal to the metal. And each day, a new opportunity, to be excited to wake up and to just go into each moment. And yeah, like I slept well. I woke up. I'm breathing. I'm alive. I'm awake. I'm aware. What adventures can we get into today? And then it's like, let me get this really fine chocolate, or not chocolate, coffee or whatever your morning cup of tea is per se. This really exciting tea in the morning, or dialed in coffee, whatever your flavor is, whatever your breakfast choice is, to then go into your day, whether you go to work or you have a business or you're tired and you're just like dialing it in and enjoying it and just present and just grateful. And throughout your day, you've got your lunch, which is just like the choice lunch, dialed in, and you're just experiencing that, present with that, and just like putting more passion to purpose throughout the day, grinding, putting in some good energy into you know what you're creating throughout your day. Evening, same, dinner, a really nice dinner experience. You got your hobbies, your interests, your passion projects, dialing those in, enjoying those to the fullest. That's that energy, that source energy that you're channeling into this world. God wants to be here in a big, big way. And we've got to give it a chance. You know, we've got to open up. We've got to get in our passions. We got to get on purpose. We got to get in our emotions. We got to feel. We got to taste. We got to smell. We got to hear. We got to touch. We got to sense. We got to utilize our sixth sense, which is 100 more senses. If you open that up, your imagination to what life could be like if we're really activating 100 more senses, you know, one at a time. Don't have to rush into it or anything. But sixth sense, what about, you know, what about psychic? What about psychic? What about having a knowing? What about having an awareness? You don't know where it came from, but a thought and a feeling, and you might just run with it. It's psychic. We all are psychic. Just remembering, it's just reconnecting, it's just opening back up to what always has been and is always available to us, that connection to God, to source, to consciousness. And as we activate more and more of these senses, what could life be like if we activate more and more of these extrasensory abilities, activating our DNA, more potential? What if there's no such thing as dormant DNA? What if there's no such thing as junk DNA? What if it's all there for a purpose and we were crafted by the greatest force that ever was or will be? What if we are that? What if we are that creator? And we chose this experience. We chose to put ourselves into a unique experience where we're human, where we're alive, where we're breathing, where we have all these senses. We have the ability to experience and choose. Adam and Eve, the ability to choose. Never, ever would we take back that Adam and Eve moment where we chose. Never would we ever take away that, because that's a part of our unique story. Yeah, we could fall from grace. We could get into blame and shame and all those things. But there's an energy that will forgive us if we forgive ourselves. If we forgive ourselves. Might take time, but we just first start with that intention that I will forgive myself. I will forgive myself. I am forgiving myself. I am working on it. I will get there. Put in the work. I will just keep showing up and keep spending time with myself in solitude, with my heart, and process. Get my diary out. Do a little bit of art. Healing. A little bit of story healing. A little bit of just breathing and meditation healing. A little bit of crying. A little bit of joy. Happy tears. lot of release. Just keep leveling up. The more we let go of what does not serve, all those limiting thoughts, all those fears, all those limiting beliefs, just the past, our mistakes, our traumas, what happened to us, still blaming, still shaming, letting go of those stories. Yeah, it happened. It happened. On your projector screen, the screen that you look through, the lens, through your eyes and through your senses, you experienced it, yeah? Woo! Yes, we did. We experienced it. It was rough. It was tough. It was harsh. It hurt. We wouldn't want our worst enemy to go through it. Surrounded by angels, smiling, doggies, people just experiencing the beach. People picking up trash. The view is amazing, says Simple. Field Guy says we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Red's Room TV says you're an Android source. An Android, yep, I guess so. Huh. Imagination. Field Guy. High Plains Camper in the building. Tracy's Local Learnings. I got them new emojis. So I'm just messing with the emojis. I know I didn't keep up all our favorite emojis, but I'm trying to put in a little bit of the source or something with the letters so y'all can spell that out and have fun. And it's cute. You know, I had a bunch of different nature images and each one is supposed to be a letter, but either way they look cute and fun. But yeah, if you spell it out, you can actually spell out the source with it. It's not as legible, especially if you're not on like a computer with a big screen. It's not very legible if you're on like a phone, but it's fun and I'll keep working on it. At least we're changing it up. At least it's something new, you know. Jerry G, Simple Family Lifestyle. Field Guy says, I was hit by a car when I was young. Broke my collarbone, was in a cast for 3 months. Yep. Field Guy, yep. Tracy's Local Learner says, hello everyone. Jerry G says he's a good friend to me. Oh, you know each other from Saints Land. Jerry G and Field Guy know each other, okay. Field Guy said, I found this channel through your post, Jerry. There you go, cool. Red's Room TV, Jerry G. It rhymes. Field Guy, High Plains Camper with the Husky, sent me a Husky. Thanks for the Husky for High Plains Camper. Simple. Red's Room said, I saw the short. Nice. Jerry G. Mr. Block said, hi, Source and Deb and blessings. Chat, like number 23. Thank you, Mr. Block. Like number 20. We got 38 million likes. We got 38 million likes, y'all. I'm beach bumming it. 5:38 p.m. Maui, Hawaii time. Mr. Block. Simple Family Lifestyle. Field Guy says dogs swam in from the mainland. No, they didn't. The guy was throwing the tennis ball to the doggies. I was thinking, I'm thinking about like interviewing people, just regular people here in Maui. That could be a new feature once it starts happening. So I was thinking about like asking if he would like the dogs to be on a short or something, and then getting some footage of them playing with the tennis ball. But then they went and ran into my stream, so hey, it happened anyways. Mr. Block, Brandon of Palm Beach says, Brandon says, hello, sir. Good to see you. Sorry, Mr. Weekend. Thanks, Brandon, for being here. Mr. Block with the hundo. Tracy's local learning says, that's excellent. Jerry G said, hope y'all doing good. Field Guy says, shorts get views for the first 2 hours and generally die well, at least for me. Yeah, I've noticed that too. The shorts, how they generally, first couple hours. And a little bit in the next day, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. Some of them get viral, so there must be something in the algorithm that notices if it's still going viral, it'll keep going maybe. Or maybe you just have to have, see some of those million view ones, I noticed they already have millions of views already on previous content. Like they get thousands of views, then they get tens of thousands of views, then they get hundreds of thousands, and then soon they're in the millions. So maybe it's just you got to keep going, keep putting up content that's worthy of thousands of views, and then eventually get into the millions. I don't know. Brandon of Palm Beach, SFA moves out for our per. Jerry G's at 1,022 subs. Brenda Huckabee said, good evening, the source is. Red's Room TV said, whoa, fire. Brenda Huckabee. Yeah, I know, right? Mr. Block was on fire. The block is hot. The block is hot, hot, hot. We got 38 million thumbs ups. Field Guy said, did YouTube change stuff again? They do. YouTube changes stuff. They do that. They do that. SFA, simple. Yes, yep. Source, Krabby the Lobster is back in the tank. Oh, another Krabby? Simple, another Krabby? You get another Krabby or like another blue lobster? I'm curious now. I gotta go back over and check out the aquarium. See what you mean by that. I mean, there's like what? Bigfoot had a baby with Krista. Still mind boggled by that one. And now there's a Krabby's back. I gotta go check that out. I'll check it out, y'all. I thought Bigfoot and Jamie were gonna go to court, like in YouTube land or something, like some YouTube court or something. Like I haven't gone and checked that out yet. I don't know the narrative on that one. So much. Mac movement in the building. Mr. Block said, you block is hot though, source. Tracy's local learning. Mac movement in the Dream Life Collective. Brandon at Palm Beach in the Dream Life Collective. Jerry G, Brenda Huckabee. Mark Crow is here in the house. Mr. Block. Super duper fly. Brenda, simple. SFA. Let's see here. Let's see if I can catch up in some chat. Tracy said, hello everyone. Simple. Mark Crow. Field Guy says, someone who used to watch me said that awesome phrase before he passed. Interesting. Brenda, Mr. Block. Red's Room TV said, source, you're too wild for me. No, come on, Red. You just got to get a little wild, Red. You're the one that came on my show and was drinking something. And I had to ask, I said, what are you drinking over there? He's showing me the alcohol. I was like, all right, do it. Be you, man. He's like, all right. And then he's like, let me switch over to this drink. I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, shoot. I do like me some booze once in a while. There's definitely a taste for that. And there's all sorts of drugs, you can say. You know, coffee, called coffee, or tea, you know, all the caffeine drugs. And then there's the sugars that we get from smoothies, sugars from all the sodas and everything. So who are we to judge? Who are we to judge people's choices of beverage? Mr. Block, Tracy's Local Learnings, Brenda Huckabee, Mac Movement. I like just that there's some new emojis on here. I mean, even if, you know, and I'll try to bring back some of the old ones, but we got to grow our membership to get more spots so I can have more and more and more. That'd be great. Field Guy says 1,000 live streams. I always made a fool of myself at some point. That's a lot of live streams. I'm about to hit my 1,000th upload. I'm at like 996 uploads right now because I put public some of my old shorts, the women's shorts, the women's top woman leaders on YouTube shorts. I put some of those back up, and that boosted me up close to 1,000 uploads, just like bam. But it's Women's Appreciation Month or whatnot, you know, International Women's History Month, or, you know, there was a Women's Day, National International Women's Day, just passed a couple days ago. The whole month though, really. Mr. Block, Red's Room, Field Guy, Tracy, Mac Movement says, let's grow. Field Guy says, I don't do shorts just because everyone else does. Yeah, well, I like them. I like shorts a lot. They're really fun. It's challenging though to really put your best into a short little window of time. Like, that's really how you go viral with shorts. You got to really put production value in there. But it's also difficult to do a long form, evergreen content that can be viral and get millions of views. It's equally as challenging to do that. But then there's that live stream space where if we could just be present and show up and be there with community, anybody can grow on here. If you can share yourself a little bit and connect with people, anybody can do the live stream space, and it's just a grind. But you can get there. You can get monetized in that live stream space. And shorts are great for, of course, getting subscribers, you know, just getting a lot of little pieces of content out there, and you'll get views and you'll get subscribers. And that helps you get to the monetization if you can get to 1,000 subs, of course, 500 and 1,000 subs. And then the long form and the lives where it's at for the watch hours though. And then playlists, really supporting each other in the playlists. Read through Mac Movement, so hope all is well for everyone. Jerry G and Nuestra Familia in the building. That's at NF Humilde. Very close to a monetization. Nuestra Familia and at NF Humilde. HUMILDE. At NF HUMILDE. Very close to monetization. So we are queuing her up. Great content, great music. She writes her own music. Been connected for a while on here. But yeah, Nuestra Familia and Andy Mon were like really close to 3,000 subs just a couple days ago. I saw Fairbrick Studios, been shouting them out. And I went ahead and created a monetization support playlist. I put them at the top of it, of course. I want to see people hit those milestones. And then I want to boot you off the list when it's time. But, you know, I put Poetic Tears on there. She's getting really close to full monetization. And I put on there some that are really close, but then some that are grinding and just really starting to focus it in. Local reviewer, got him on there a little bit. Today I added, I can't think of his name, it's like Red Tree RC or something. I added him on there. Not too close, but, you know, I appreciate him. We've been connected a long time. And definitely, like, I put on there, Fairbricks is really close to that 3,000 watch hours. Coach Julia Eden's getting close to that 3,000 watch hours. I Cherish Church has been grinding for the longest time. We can get her up to that 3,000. The numbers fall off, though. It gets challenging, you know. Brit Family Fun, at Brit Family Fun. Yolanda, grinding towards 4,000, towards full monetization. So I try to put a lot. I've been queuing up Brit Family Fun every evening. Even if I could just get 30 minutes every evening for the person, you know. Like I did that with Tracy's Local Learnings. We got her up to partial monetization and then up to full monetization. It happened a lot quicker once you get to that partial. The momentum, everybody rallies around you. So been doing that same thing for Brit Family Fun and trying to get I Cherish Church most of my nights. I'm getting a decent chunk towards her too, because we've been grinding I cherish and Brit Family Fun for the longest time, and I see their effort. And there's others on that list too. Can't think of everybody on the spot here, but focusing that in. Hopefully more people will join in the effort. We could just queue up those that are close and get them monetized, and then move on to that next wave again and again. I'll try to cycle that, like I've cycled the content a little, like jumbled it up a little on the playlist so that it's changed up a little. But then I'll start adding new content for these individuals, and then I'll take off some of the older so that it's fresh. I'll do that too. We could have collaborators on that. I don't know, I'm a little hesitant to do that, but maybe they'll be the right people that we can trust each other to put on the right people, community members that, you know, we want to dial in support for, and then we can kind of order it together and keep it fresh and exciting. And so yeah, it's got that collaborator ability where you can like vote up and down the content and the creators and add to the playlist and things like that. Jerry G said, I made over 200 plus short videos in 4 years since January 2022. That's awesome, Jerry G. Congrats on that. SFA, Jerry G said, some old and some new. Mason Kalinowski, welcome in. Mason Kalinowski is here America. It's Maui, it's Hawaii. Considered a U.S. state. Also its own Hawaiian nation. Field Guy says, I follow the George Carlin routines. Okay, cool. I don't really know much about that. Tracy's Local Learnings, Field Guy. Tom Space, welcome in, Tom Space. Says, where is this? This is Maui, Hawaii. Only Bigfoot said, hey bud, I hit 500 subs tonight. I would like to thank everyone. Oh, congratulations, Bigfoot, on 500 subscribers. Bigfoot, you deserve it, buddy. You've been grinding. You're doing some cool things with all that AI content. Dream life. Mr. Bigfoot, having fun. You know, started out with Jamie as like the assistant to Jamie kind of energy, you know, just there helping Jamie's channel. But then you got on your own two big feet, and you're creating, you're doing it, and you're getting some success, some early success, and you just keep going. You'll be monetized. You got the 500 subscribers, so now some of your focus starts to shift over to watch hours, so it won't be as much shorts as much. You know, shorts aren't the answer when it comes to watch hours. It's long form videos and live streams, and then playlists supporting, swapping, you know, really showing up for others so they show up for you. But yeah, you might even need to unlist all the shorts to really get people to focus in on your long forms and your live streams. That could be difficult, but you could take all your shorts and you can put them all together into a story, a narrative, a viral video, or a live stream even. All of it. Tell a really nice story for an hour, 5 hours, just let it run on repeat. And maybe your top 100 supporters will each put in 40 hours of that live stream if it tells your whole story. Bigfoot meets Jamie in the woods and hangs out with them, and then meets all these other friends that are all around the world, and then begins to travel the world and meet up with people and have amazing experiences. It's a pretty good story if you can kind of dial that whole thing in. You could even make it a motion picture. Strength, patience, love, Tracy's Local Learnings, Mac Movement, yep, Hawaii, yep, Nuestra Familia, Bigfoot. Simple says, Lily, how many hours are you listing now? Missing. Ryan Tran in the building. Yep, a little cloudy today, Ryan. SFA. Nuestra says, simple, I have 3,011 now. Love, thanks for asking. Nuestra Familia has passed 3,000 watch hours. Should be the next couple days. YouTube will recognize, you know, there's like a 5-day lag or whatnot, and they'll send you a message that says, congrats, welcome to the partner program. Hopefully, you know, they got to review your channel and everything. And then you get to like read through the partner program, kind of like YouTube agreement. and then kind of link up your Google AdSense so you can get paid through the Google AdSense for ads and such, and then so they could pay you, start getting $100 so you can threshold so you can start getting paychecks. Link that to your bank account. There's a verification process in that, and then of course you can activate your membership. So start thinking about your membership, what you want to do with that. Emojis, fun emojis. You could put images, emojis, stickers for each month. How many, each month a different sticker, so that your members get different sticker each month as they progress through your membership for a while. I did that. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12, or a year, 2 years, 5 years, something like that. I got a different colored chickens, and then the emojis. And then you could activate your own store, your own shop when you're ready to do that. That's fun. There's lots of ways to do that. Different websites where you can do merch, and then you can also do affiliate sales through major companies. It looks like I haven't been able to set that up yet, but I see others do that. Fishy Things has that going. I saw he's got some fishing things for sale through some major retailers. So something you can learn from him, maybe. Him and Emmykins. Alaskan has come, is in the building. Welcome in. Alaskan has come. Brandon, welcome in. Ryan Tran, Tracy's Local Learnings. Tracy's been traveling. Canada. SFA says, anyone want watch hours? I can support. There you go. SFA is offering support. SFA Muzaffarpur 2403. Tracy's Local Learning says, SFA, I will run your channel tonight. There you go. See, he was asking if he could, SFA was asking if they could support somebody else, and boom, Tracy said Tracy will support SFA. That's the way to do it. That is the giving culture, gift culture. And that's going to definitely translate, because they will definitely be supporting each other. That's the way to do it. Marion, welcome in. Marion Addy. Marion Addy. So where is this place? This is in Hawaii. It is Maui. It's a little cloudy today. It's still beautiful though. Sunset. You can't really see much of a sunset, but SFA says, I'm playing Tracy's Local Learner playlist and 21 videos done. Awesome, SFA, you're awesome. Mark Crow, Mac Movement. Chris Lee says, peace and blessings, everyone. He says, cheers, Source. Welcome in. Take me to the place where everyone knows your name. Diddle-dum-dum-dum-dum. Chris Lee in the building. He's the one that spills the barbecue sauce on the... He's the deacon over there at the Poetic Tears community. But he spilled barbecue sauce on the pamphlets or whatnot. But, you know, we still love him. Chris Lee, the deacon. Mr. Block. Tracy's Local Learnings. Fishy Things sent the hundo. Telemundo. Mr. Block, Chris Lee, Tracy's Local Learnings. Fishy Things. Poetic Tears. It's like I mentioned to everybody. Now I'm just getting down in the chat where they're actually here. I guess I must have sensed them, their energy somehow, some way. It's all connected. Sandra, 6+ months in the Dream Life Collective. I think they're at like 7 months now, like Deb and Sandra and some others. I think Simple's main channel maybe. And a bunch of others that are also 6 or 7 months now. I think Candy K's up there. I think Journey Mirror's up there. And others. Mr. Block. He's at 2+ months in the Dream Life Collective. He said, Chris Lee, what's good, bro? What happened at the church meeting? Hello. Poetic Tears. Fishy Things dropped the hundo. Chris Lee. Tracy. Mark Crow. Fishy. Poetic Tears. Strike Pages Love. Said, Lily, you know I be in the bushes. Yeah. You always up in the bushes. Everywhere. You're up in everybody's bushes. Poetic. Fishy Things. Mark Crow. Fishy says, all is mine. Deep thoughts with Fishy Things. All is mine. Probably finish this soon. See if I can catch up in the chat and head towards the vehicle here pretty soon. Brenda Huckabee, simple, poetic tears, only Bigfoot. Bigfoot said, got to get some sleep. Thanks again, everyone. Take care, Bigfoot. Congratulations on 500 subbies, buddy. Subaroos. Brenda's back. Ninja Turtle's in the building. He said, this is excellent coverage. Thank you, Ninja. You saw this firsthand. Not this beach exactly, but you saw Maui firsthand. Mac movement. Tracy's local learnings. Said, sleep well, Bigfoot. Mark Crow. Poetic tears. Brenda Huckleby. Chris Lee. Missed a block. Fishy. Oh, thanks for dropping the emojis. Look at the piggy emoji. That's the O in the source. The piggy is the O. The waterfall is an E. If you see it in the water, it looks like an E. So it's T-H-E, the source. So T, you kind of have to look really closely to figure out which one's the T, the H, the E. There's two E's. The waterfall was the one listed as the first E, T-H-E. Source, S is easy, that's a snake. O is a pig. U is pretty easy, yeah. It's got a dolphin in it. R is really challenging, really weird looking. The R is weird. The C, I think is pretty straightforward, and the last E is straightforward too. The source. There's Deb and Source in the golf cart. Brenda Huckleby, missed a block. Fishy things. Poetic tears. Chris Lee. Tracy's local learnings. It's a who's who. Rudy Iraheta's in the building. Did somebody say a number? Somebody must have said a number. He showed up. If you say a number, Rudy will show up. And he'll ask you for that number. It's kind of like Batman. It's like a bat signal. All you got to do is just say a number. Say numbers in your chat or in your live stream. And Rudy will just show up. It's like the bat signal for Rudy. Just start saying numbers. And Rudy will just manifest into your chat. Mr. Block, Chris Lee, fishy things. Rudy Ureta says, NFH, New Hampshire Familia, type 3013. Brenda Huckleby, Mac Movement, Tracy's local earnings. Mr. Block, poetic tears with the Deb and Source and Piggy and Cat emoji. Oh yeah, there's the mushroom house. That's supposed to be the R, a little mushroom house with like a goat or something in front of it. That's the R. I don't know how ChatGPT thought that was an R. But considering all the other images, that's the only one that could have been an R. If it was all jumbled and you had to figure it out, it's just process of elimination. The tropical palm tree, that's definitely a T. That's the first T. Or there's only one T, but yeah, the source. Poetic tears. We still got the fruit basket, the raw foodish fruit basket. That's actually Jimena and Pawpaw. So Pawpaw is a pineapple, Pawpaw the pineapple. The Gen X effect is Pawpaw. And then he says, hoo-de-hoo. And then Jimena is the mango, the little Mexican mango. Jimena, Magic of Healing Jimena. And then Appleton and Lemontine are in the fruit basket too. So you got Lemontine, the lemon, and Appleton, the green apple. So we still got those ones. We still got Krabby the Lobster on there. And I guess Simple said there's another Krabby in there. I don't know if it's reincarnated, same Krabby, or I don't really know the storyline of that. I'll have to figure that out. SFA. Oh, SFA did the elbows. Like during COVID, everybody started elbowing each other, like fist, like a high five, but with their elbows. Kind of funny. Elbow rubs. Brenda says, nice view. Pointed tears. Put the S for the snake for source. S-O-U-R-C-E. Nice. Simple. Poetic. Brenda Huckleby. Simple put all the mushroom houses up on there. SFA. Poetic tears. Simple. Poetic put all the palm trees. Simple put, which one is that? It's the chicken and the rooster, I think. The hen or whatnot. I don't know what it is, but it's like, that's an H. That's an H right there. Put a bunch of those. Simple put a bunch of those. Simple's got 6 butts in the Dream Life Collective with the main channel. Yes. I had some good garlic bread today at one of my deliveries. Blue Door Bread Bakery. I'm putting together some content to promote out that Blue Door Bread Bakery because they've been gifting me things and it's been really good. So I'm going to do some content about it. I appreciate it. Abundance, you know. Simple. Tracy. Chris Lee. Chris Lee said made some punch for the church meeting. Oh, very nice. Don't spill it. Don't spill it, Chris Lee. Mac Movement said, can you see the smoke from Kilauea, or is that way far away? I don't know if we can really see it or not. But I know the VOG comes over from the other volcanoes like Big Island. It's come over the years I've been here. It's my 9th year in Maui, so. And you can definitely breathe it in, you know. But it's even worse for those that live right near the volcanoes and the VOG, though. Tracy's local learnings. Mr. Block says, God always got kids, brother, and your problem. Got kids, brother, and your problem. Okay, Mr. Block. Simple put, S-O-U-E-C-E. Haha. It's still cute. Doesn't matter what order you put them. It's still cute. Simple put that on there with the emojis. S-O-U-E-C-E. Kind of E, kind of, the waterfall kind of looks like an R. It's close. It's almost an R. Poetic Tears says, Chris Lee, I'm glad you didn't drop it while making it. Yeah. Mr. Black said, no, the motherboard took you off the kitchen position, LOL. SFA. Gene, welcome in. Gene Edzer Thomas. Gene Edzer Thomas, welcome in. So where are you? This is Maui, Hawaii. Mr. Block says, you was at the meeting, was you, Chris Lee? SFA, Chris Lee. SFA says, namaste, namaste. Simple says, namaste. Tracy's local learner says, so beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Source. Simple, Poetic Tears. Mr. Block. Mr. Block says, so they put you on the bus to sit down the kids on the way to church. Oh, they got their inside jokes. I don't even know what's going on. Simple said, Mr. Block, someone has to watch them. Chris Lee says, I was there, Mr. Block. I was in my best behavior. No fire juggling or shoes flying off. LOL. Mr. Block says, the chores is to clean bus and wash it with the tire shine. Yeah, clean the bus like Source cleans Mr. Block's ears. Clean out that ear wax. Wax on, wax off. You know, that's how you gotta do it, Chris. If you're gonna clean the bus, watch my video on how to clean out Mr. Block's ears and how to sell the earwax on eBay for $100 an ounce. Poetic Tears, Simple Family Lifestyle, Mr. Block, say LOL. Chris Lee, stop it. Doggy, 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 doggy. Doggies. .07 p.m. Tracy, Mac Movement. Poetic Tears says we have to set a court date for Holy Bigfoot. Okay, yeah, do it. I don't know. I gotta catch up on that storyline. Chris Lee says Fire Marshal warned me about my shenanigans as well. Uh-oh. Poetic Tears, laughing. Chris Lee says bus duty it is. Mark Crow, chuckling over there. Tracy's Local Learning says, my apologies for missing so much while traveling. Miss you all so much. No apologies necessary, Tracy. You're on a journey and an adventure, and it's awesome. Definitely provided a lot of excitement around these YouTube streets. Seeing you get full monetization, seeing you do live streams for the first time, and getting out on your adventures like you did when you were younger. Get back out there. Now we just got to see Tracy get out there in ATV and race again. We got to see it. Got to see that. That'll be a sight to see. One day I'll get out on it. They call it a UTV, an ATV here in Maui, and do an adventure. It's like an enclosed UTV. I guess there's an enclosed vehicle so that you don't get all as much as muddy. But maybe I could do an ATV also. I don't care if I get muddy. I'll just be ready for it. I'll just dress accordingly. And it'll look really great. Great content if you're all freaking muddy and the screen's getting all mud splashed on it, and it'll be awesome. All right, I should start walking towards the vehicle. Yo, yo, yo-zies. Yo, yo, yo-zies. 6:08 p.m. Maui, Hawaii. We out here. There's tennis courts out here. Lots of condos and resort stay opportunities, and I don't know, people own them too, so you can own one of these things. This is the Maui sunrise, Maui sunset. I don't know. Look it up. Maui sunrise, Maui sunset. It's on the green. Beautiful swimming pool, tennis courts, grassy knoll. People to lay out their picnics and do little drum circles and let their animals run around, play frisbee, throw football around, baseball, whatever. It's a nice spot to come out and watch the sunset. They got grills over there, I'm sure, too. And lots of sporting opportunities. I've seen people put slack line between the palm trees, slack line, and then they kind of like do like a you've seen people walk across Niagara Falls, like they put like a line across the falls. So they put the slack line between two palm trees, and then they kind of like walk across it. And then they do yoga and things, and they put their partners up in the air, and they spin them, and I don't know, all sorts of yoga stuff, yoga life. Not completely my world, but I've been affiliated with a lot of people in the world of yoga and slack line walking. I don't know if that's what you call it, acrobatic type stuff like that. And I don't know. I've seen people put people up in the air and do all sorts of interesting poses, and it takes a lot of strength, of course, to do that on both ends, the one below and the one above, as they're holding them up, and then as they're being held up, and they're doing all these different acrobatic twists and flexes, and it's pretty impressive. Tracy, Mac Movement, Chris Lee. Enjoy your trip. That's right, Chris. Yep. Poetic Tears, said Bus Duty. Welcome in, Nejwa Polosi. Welcome in, Nejwa Polosi. Nejwa Polosi. This is Maui, Hawaii. How you doing? Good. Nejwa Polosi. Welcome in, Nejwa Polosi. Simple Family Lifestyle says, I did it. Had to be done. The blue lobster is part of the brand. That's right. Krabby Lobster got us monetized. I already added it on the merch. Nice. Yeah, you gotta. It's definitely part of the brand, and put it on the merch and everything. You gotta have stickers. You gotta do, hats and shirts and every type of clothing, different things you can do with that. And t-shirts and all that sort of thing. Krabby Lobster. Yeah. And then there's, SpongeBob and the Peanuts characters, and you got a lot of cool stuff there in the aquarium characters. There's a guy over here doing like a I don't remember what this is called, but it's a unique thing. I've seen people spin fire and spin poi, but his is a little different. He's got like a bar spinning around him, and he's got like spinny things on the ends. I'll show y'all. Pretty cool. Yeah, you just never know. And then this crew over here is doing some Tai Chi looking, Qigong looking stuff over here. And then over here we got, doggies out playing. People just coming out for sunset time, even though there's not much of a sunset, but. And Source is out here doing a live stream. Simple says, Simple said, Tracy, it's okay, you've been traveling, yep. Mac Movement, Trace Local Earnings, Poetic Tears says, excited to see your merch, sis. Yes, everybody. Get monetized, get that merch up, get the shop, do the membership, set up the emojis, get the ads going once you hit 4,000. Mr. Block said, LOL, but the mothers of the church is ready to wear.
Yeah. No, it's all right. The only thing she's in heat. We're gonna leave, but exactly. Just
Know that Mr. Black said, "Oh, but you know the mothers of the church is ready to wear in that new leather 1/4-inch thick belt with your name on it, with their hat tilted forward and side to side to watch it." I don't even know. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Chris Lee says, YouTube has crabs. Oh, simple. Poetic tears. Mr. Black, she's cracking up over there. Have y'all met yet, Sandra? Have you met Mr. Black yet? Y'all need to meet. Simple Family Lifestyle says, Chris and Blue Lobster. Jody Genealogy in the building. Said, hey everyone. Simple Poetic Tears. Chris Lee. Chris Lee said, Fire Marshal said, no more flammable dress shoes without firefighter on premise. That's right. That's right. Jody Genealogy said, beautiful view, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Mr. Block, Poetic Tears. Poetic Tears says, source, way. Chris Lee said, Blue Lobster. SFA said, enjoy your trip, Tracy. Ryan Tran, Jody Genealogy. Chris Lee. Chris Lee just hit 380 subs today. Congrats, Chris Lee. You'll be at 400 in no time. Mr. Chris Lee, the giant. Mr. Chris Lee, the barbecue sauce spilling deacon. Mr. Chris Lee, the bus cleaning. I don't know that storyline, but yeah. 46, we got 46 million thumbs ups. Just 4 away from 50 million thumbs ups. We got 462 jewels up in here. It's pretty cool. Mr. Block said, LOL, the mother of the church said, if you wet them, they wouldn't catch fire. Poetic said, yay, close to full. Jody, Genealogy, Ryan Tran, Poetic Tears, Chris Lee, Jody. Jody says, I have the first tier, thankful. Mr. Block, Chris Lee said, I'm gonna just chill out and Velcro up. Do it to it. Jody said, no, it's so nice of you to help others, the source. Of course. I mean, I do what I can. We're all helpful in our own ways, though. Simple. Tracy. Tracy said, I will always be running playlists. You do. You do, Tracy. You do. You're a super supporter. Jody. Simple. Simple said, Chris, no more shoes in the tank. Jody Genealogy. YouTube Police. Belt Loop is in the building. He said, sup to everybody. Belt Loop. I was watching Shooting Stars content, and they met up. Shooting Star met up with Belt Loop and some others. Belt Loop's wife, I guess, and Freedom Redbird was there too. They were all out eating. That was cool to see them all meeting up. Simple. Jody Genealogy. Said Gary. Poetic Tears. Tracy. Tracy said, congrats, Chris Lee. You got this, family. Belt Loop's in the, or YouTube Police. You know, Gary's in the building. So, Belt Loop, YouTube Police. I did this new viral short thing. It's called Shower. Well, I don't really shower that much, but celebrate. Yay, source showered. Yay. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, y'all. It's called Shower on YouTube Shorts. It's a trend, viral trend. And, just go to my most recent short and you'll see Deb dancing in the hospital and me singing in the shower like a fool with my clothes on. Of course, my clothes on, but yeah, like a fool. And maybe Gary, Belt Loop, Mr. YouTube Police, maybe you and your fellow police officers could do, maybe you and your wife, I don't know, maybe you and the fellow police, because there's a short on there. If you click on my short, click in the bottom right corner of my short, you'll be able to see all the others that have done that short, that trend, viral trend, shower thing. Some song, shower song, I don't know. You'll see all the others that have millions of views from doing that trend in a short. And then there's one in there where it's two firemen, and they're like doing this really funny short. Where like the one is dancing in the mirror, the fireman, and then it's a little tiny mirror he's holding up, and then the other fireman, he's spraying the other fireman with the fire hose, so he's stinging in the shower. The one is dancing in the mirror, in the little mirror, and they have their little heart glasses on, both of them, I think. And then it's just funny, it's cute, and their energy, it's really nicely done. And I think maybe Belt Loop, maybe Mr. YouTube Police, maybe you and your fellow police officers, maybe there's somebody in your police precinct there that would, I know you got some time on your hands, so that would be funny for y'all to do the viral short. And I don't know, maybe. I'm inviting and encouraging everybody to try that trend on. But yeah, that's just me. Get out of your comfort zone and get out of your ego and just do it. Just have fun. Just get wild. Mac Movement, YouTube Police, Tracy's Local Learning, Simple Family Lifestyle. Chris Lee. Poetic typed in Souece. The R is difficult. I know the waterfall is cool it looks like an R, but the R is kind of difficult. The R actually is like a mushroom house or something. There it is. That's somehow an R. I don't know why. ChatGPT thought that was an R when they made it. YouTube Police said, no doubt, mainly live streams. Simple Family Lifestyle type the suit. Same thing. Tracy Local Learnings. Jody Genealogy. Ryan Tran. Chris Lee. Simple. Awesome. Mac Movement said, I've been doing playlist glow ups every 3 days, updating titles, descriptions, and everything else for each video. 6 playlists down, 2 more to go. I've been doing that too. You can go into like your YouTube studio on a browser and you could like change every video. There's certain, you can toggle all, and then you can like click on description or something, and you could do add to, and you can put in like a nice little thing about your channel, description of your channel with some hashtags, and you could paste that in as the add to the beginning or end of every description on your whole content list. You toggle all and click on like description and then add to the beginning or add to the end or whatever. And then you could paste in something that will help optimize every single one of your videos. If you have that, if you go to ChatGPT and you search like, please create me a keyword rich for YouTube channel description for my channel, which is called whatever it's called, and username, which is whatever that is, and you can then describe your channel as best you can in that ChatGPT query, and then you paste that, and then you can have it give you a whole channel description with whatever amount of words you want it to use, or you can get it to create a whole list of keywords, keyword rich SEO, optimized terms, for your channel. And you can do a lot of other things too. You can get like ask for call to actions. You can get it content ideas. It can give you viral title ideas for your channel of types of content you can do. Live stream ideas, titles for live stream possibilities, all sorts of things. Once you get in there, and then ChatGPT will just keep giving you more ideas. Like, would you like me to now do this? And then you say, sure, do this for me. And then it says, now, would you like me to do this? And you say, sure, do this for me. And you can kind of pick and choose what you want it to work on. So it's fun, and it's really helpful. And then it can help you do like thumbnails and things too, and help you write little speeches and things, or give you like a teleprompter scripts and things. Mac Movement says, I've been doing playlist glow-ups. Okay, YouTube Police says, I'm going to a YouTuber meetup next month over by Houston, Texas. Awesome, Gary, have fun. Out by Houston, Texas, YouTuber meetup. Chris Lee says, great to see you. Tracy's Local Learnings, YouTube Police, Jody Genealogy. YouTube Police says, hopefully that's in the Earn tab, not the Analytics page. Peter Perg in the building. Welcome in, Peter Perg. YouTube Police says, thanks, I will Jody Genealogy. It's the 4th year I'll be going down for one. YouTube Police, Tracy's Local Learnings, Peter Perg. Peter Perg. YouTube Police says, pleasure to meet you, Peter Perg. It's rare I see somebody here I don't know. Yeah, Peter's pretty awesome. Very awesome. He's big in the Filipino community over there. I think his wife is even, Filipino. I'm not sure though. Terrence, welcome in. Terrence S1Y from North Carolina, welcome in. YouTube Police says, still, the source is good people. Thank you, Gary, thank you. Mac Movement said, I will trade hours. There you go. Mac Movement will do some swap playlist swapping. Kyle Vlog channel in the building. YouTube Police, Kyle Vlogs, Mac Movement, Tracy's Local Learnings, Mark Crow, Welcome in Nick Wheeldon 5655 says, is there a nude beach close? I don't know. I mean, there is some nude beach kind of activity going on in Maui, tucked away in some of the beach areas. During drum circles, that's when you'll get the hippies all out and do some of the nude stuff. It's Poetic Tears, 7 months plus in the Dream Life Collective. Gary in the building. Simple Family Lifestyle, 7 months plus in the Dream Life Collective. Look at them showing out. They were showing out, those two. Poetic Tears, Simple, since the beginning. Them and Christina, Chris Late Night, been like a tribe since the beginning. Poetic Tears, yep, 7 months strong. Nick Wildon, YouTube Police, Mac Movin said, living life. Mark Crow, Simple said, let's go. Mark Crow says, hello. Poetic Tears says, let's go. Gary, YouTube Police is here. Duke City Crew in the building says, the source, it's always great to see you. Great to see you too, Duke. I'm getting those shorts going. I know you're big in the shorts and you're really good at them. You've had a lot of success. So everybody can learn from Duke City Crew on the shorts side of things for sure. And I'm sure more things as well. But I'm getting mine going. Got a viral short up there, Duke City Crew. It's the dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower. Simple Family Lifestyle says, pause. Not everybody, but no, you're not in everyone's bushes. I know. It sounds a little weird. Yeah, Simple. YouTube Police says, how you been doing, Source? I'm doing good, Gary. How are you? Mark Crow. This is automatically held for review, hidden by telling people it's a nude bitch. I'm not telling people it's a nude bitch. That's funny. That's funny. Tracy, Duke City, Ryan Train. Simple. Mr. Block. Still number 2 in the top charts, Mr. Block. Salute to you. YouTube Police Gary. Poetic Tears. Mr. Block. Rudy is number 1. Poetic. That's right. Super Need Name. Welcome in Super Need Name. Super Need Name says, I'm interested in making a purchase of some of your fluids, either separately or all mixed together. I don't do anything weird with them. I just display them in my foyer on a handmade walnut shelf. Welcome, Super Need Name. Silly. Good comment. Poetic Tears said, dang, source behind. Oh, I'm way behind. I know. You used to make fun of me for that. Simple Family Lifestyle. Poetic Tears, Mr. Black. Simple. Krabby Patty says, YouTube Police. Duke City Crew. Simple says he needs to read fast. Yeah, well, I talked a lot. I just talked a lot in the beginning. Y'all go back on the replay. It's good stuff. Definitely shared some stories. Poet Tears, YouTube Police, Simple Family Lifestyle. Is that your doggy over here? Is this your doggy or? Yeah. It's probably those guys over there.
Some guys sitting.
They're just letting it. Yeah.
And I think he belongs to them.
Yeah, they're just letting it roam free. It's all good. Simple says, how is your day going, Belt Loop? YouTube Police says, they asked me to come in tomorrow again for another double. Okay, Belt Loop. Duke City Crew, thanks for the 99 cent. Thanks for the super sticker. Oh, you got your own super sticker, Duke City Crew. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Thank you for that, Duke City. Appreciate that. 1 more likes to 50, y'all. 50 million. YouTube Police says, just up my hours for the week from 72 to 80. Dang, Belt Loop. Dang. Poetic Tears. Simple. Tracy. More overtime, YouTube Police. More overtime means bigger paycheck. That's true. Yeah, if you get paid time and a half or whatever, like any sort of increase on the pay, then yeah, cash in on that. YouTube Police says, more money for retirement. Simple. Yeah, so far behind Simple. I am. Poetic. YouTube Police. Mr. Block. Say, LOL source. Mr. Block said, that's a lot of earwax. Yeah, 100 an ounce. 100 an ounce is good earwax. I'm just saying. It's Mr. Block's earwax. I'm just saying. You could pay 200 if you want, though. If you really know the value, that you would. I'm just giving y'all a deal. Trace local learnings. Poetic Tears says, source get rich from Mr. Black Earwax. Yep. Peyton Samuel's in the building. Poetic Tears says, yeah, $100 for 1 ounce. Mr. Black said, hold on, my ears. Why I'm not in on this? I'll give you some of the commission, Mr. Black. Although you're paying me to clean your earwax out of your ears, and then I'm just making bank off of selling it. You don't even know I was doing that if I didn't say it on the live stream. Now you know. And now you want to cut? Shoot. I'll just have to charge you more for my services. If you want to cut, I'll just charge you more for my services. How's that? Pay you out of my profits. Simple. Tracy. Poetic Tears. Peyton Samuels. Simple's cracking up. Mr. Black said, is that your house on that mountain? Oh yeah, you got rich over another source. Yeah. Yes. I'll just say yes. YouTube police. Take care, YouTube police. Simple. Tracy. Mr. Black. Poetic. Peyton Samuels. Welcome in Skelly Butts. Skelly Butts. I'm the one that always goes live until my phone just goes kaput. Battery 0. I don't know if I'll make it that long, but Skelly Butts. Welcome in, Skelly Butts. Having a good day so far. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. Rudy Iraheta said 11:13 p.m. Central. Thanks for letting me know the time, Rudy, because it helps me to know how far behind in the chat I am. So 11:13 p.m. Central. That means I'm 17 minutes behind in the chat. Oh no, 17 minutes. How can I possibly catch up? Tracy says 10:13 p.m. in Calgary. Duke City Crew says 10:14 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Poetic Tears says 11:16 p.m. in Arkansas. Drunken Chef Barbecue's in the building. I'm 15 minutes behind in the chat still. Oh my gosh. Drunken Chef Barbecue, welcome. Thank you for their support. All right, now I'm 14 minutes behind the chat. Simple said 12:17 a.m. in New York. Drunken Chef, Trace Local Earnings, Mac Movement says cheers. Simple, Mr. Block, Big Dude 1234 is in the building. Duke City Crew, Tracy, Big Dude, Tracy, Mr. Block. Yeah, you're number 2, Mr. Block, because you're the shiz. Yes, I say that in the best way. The shiz with some darn good earwax. Mr. Block, Tracy's Local Earnings. Number 3 in the top charts, Mrs. Tracy's Local Earnings. Duke City Crew says, Source, do you have a P.O. box so that I can mail you out some free beard product from a client that I am affiliated with now? It's 100% all natural ingredient product, no chemicals, no dyes. Let me know. Duke City Crew, I don't have a P.O. box yet, but yeah, we can talk about something like that down the line maybe. But for now, no. For now, I guess the answer is no. But yeah, no, not right now. But thank you for thinking of me, and maybe down the line. Keep options open. Duke City Cruise and mail you out. Yep. Tracy's Local Learnings. Mr. Blocks at 50 likes on your side. Oh, I got 49 still on my side. Maybe I'm almost caught up. Ryan Tran, Mr. Black, Big Dude. Jack, welcome in, Jack Attack 69. Jack Attack 69 said, what's up, Unc? What's up, homie? How you doing? Welcome in. Must be local. Call me Unc. Simple family lifestyle. Mr. Block said, I seen Deb dancing in the video you posted, Source. That's great to see, my brother. Yep. Yeah, that's great. I put her up to it, though. Welcome in, Kakumian 5159. Kakumian says, can you burp and fart at the same time? I probably could. I've done it before. I'm talented. Mr. Block said, that's a huge blessing. Tracy said it's an awesome short. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that. I want to do more of those. I've created enough where I'm in the shower where I can make more. Maybe I'll get her to do another dance too, but I could recreate and add more fun, different versions. Like the firemen, when they do the short, this viral trend, they do a lot of different shorts of the same trend and then post them all in a row. And I've seen other people repost theirs again and again, and it gets more and more viral. So gotta run with it. Gotta learn from the best. Thank you, Mr. Block. Yes, it is. Thank you. Tracy says, okay. Big Dude say, I know, Big Dude, I caught up. It's totally crazy because y'all helped me out a little bit, slowing it down. All right, so I should get going. 6:33 p.m. Hawaii time. I got to 49 thumbs ups on my side, 99 cents received, 462 joules, 95 minutes, an hour and a half plus. Appreciate all y'all. Tracy says, shout out to the source for catching up on the chat. I'm telling you. Something else. 17% battery life. I went from like 95 battery life to 17 because I went for an hour and a half. But yeah. So, yeah, Mr. Black. Pause, fart and burp. Blessings over, blessings simple. Tracy. Big dude, have a great night. Y'all too. Y'all don't get to see me clean my feet from the sand, or my sand from my feet. Sorry, but you'll have to tune in next time for that. Aloha. Bye for now. Bye for now. See y'all again soon. Aloha. Ohana. Aloha means hello, goodbye, and peace. Ohana means family. Kaku. Kaku. K-A-K-O-U. Ikomo mai. Ikomo mai. Welcome. Ikomo mai. Oh, no. Ikomo mai. Is it welcome or the best? I don't know. I'm going to teach y'all more words, but not this time. Not this time. Not on the spot here. But y'all know aloha, and y'all know ohana, and you know a couple other terms. We'll start with that. Trace Local Learning says, sending loving, lifting energy and hugs to you and Deb. Thank you so much. Duke City Crew says, no problem. I'll keep the gifted product on the side for you when you want it. No rush. I've gifted product out to over 24 of my favorite YouTubers and would love to add you to us. Thank you for thinking of me. Yeah, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. Tracy. All right, everybody. Take care. Aloha. Blessings. Peace.